often on stream. Actually, something I know a little bit about. Conventional knowledge says, oh, it's Envy and Kevo. I remember seeing Kevo as well yesterday.
Yeah.
Envy, I know this Puff player's name at the very least. So this is conventionally thought of as a very bad matchup for the reason you're seeing. Peach has a hard time getting around the back airs, right?
Yes. Peach is overall best in the air, despite having one of the most amazing down smashes in the game. It's really her float canceling and her aerials that make her the character she is.
Yes, of course, float canceling, removing all lag upon landing. If you
Yes.
start your aerial during the float.
It's unique to Peach. Unfortunately, she doesn't quite have the air mobility that Puff has right now. Right? Combined with the hitboxes.
Jigglypuff's some of the best control in the air. It's actually
Yes.
incredible. So what you'll see some Peach players do, I'm going to bring up BMC one more time because he's a Peach player, and he's one of the better ones against Jigglypuff. That was a nice upper in order to finish off that stock. He will run in and test the waters with a shield or perhaps dash attack and actually play from the ground. Try to get under Puff like old school Mango, and then either block a move and do a quick nair out of shield or use an up air in order to combat Puff right above them. So you have to play very unorthodox as Peach in order to have lots of success in this matchup. We'll see if Kevo can pull something special out of his hat.
Yeah. As we aforementioned, Peach is better in the air overall, but compared to Puff, amazing on the ground.
That edge guard coverage from Envy using the back air to cover just beyond the ledge, really smart.
Yeah, I like the placement of these back airs. Very precise, not wasting a lot.
Okay, so he does the down air. Instead of going for an air, moving for up air, choosing to put Puff in the air and trying to stay below.
Yeah, it looks like he heard a little bit of his strategy. Up air, that's going to kill. Wow. Kevo turning things around.
Yeah, so something I've noticed from Envy is he's been stretching just a little bit to get those up airs when Peach is above. Kevo's been keen to respond with the down air and then catches him and will go for either a nair or in most times an up air after the down air. So Envy could either stop going for those up airs and reaching or see that it's happening and then start to smash DI. Ooh,
what a roll read.
Those hurt. That's a game changer. That's the X factor of Jigglypuff. He could see that the down air is coming out and be ready to smash DI down and away to get out. So he can still poke with the up airs and only take a few damage if it doesn't work out.
This match has been very back and forth. Let's see if Kevo can make something.
Okay, Kevo also tries to read the roll there. Approaches the shield, puts up a threat, and then backs off and tries to get an aerial on the roll read.
And this is getting further and further away from Kevo. He's got to make something happen. He's got to make it happen now.
I do like that dash dancing just outside of like a fade and back air range. And we'll see if you notice. It seems like Envy likes to do similar drifts on sort of a short hop back air and then a double jump in the same spot back air. I don't know exactly how Kevo plans to take advantage, but we'll see. Oh yes, L canceling those drills is extremely hard.
Yeah, the timing is really tight, I'd say. Really tight. And,
yep.
It's not going to kill yet. Envy with this wall of pain.
Yeah, he knows this is one of those cases where trading is no longer good for Peach. So he's going to have to work really hard to get some clean hits.
She needs to put on damage safely. Unfortunately, because she's at a speed deficit, back air is going to close it out. Because she's at a speed deficit, she can't really afford to like pull out turnips. You know, she doesn't have the time.
Yep.
Another fun fact, as you saw Envy go for a breast in that game, some people might consider that risky, but against a Peach, it's actually not that big of a risk.
Yes.
She's notorious for having one of the worst rest punishes of the entire 26 character cast. I think even Kirby might have better rest options, like punish options.
Yeah, some of the better rest punishes you'll see with Peach have to do with luck because they get a death turnip or another explosive item.
Yeah, literally explosive.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be real good. Even with the weak turnips, a setup we see Peaches go for and not often hit unless you're someone like Armada, is they'll throw a turnip on one side of Peach straight up, one sside of Puff, go to the other side, float cancel a back air, let them hit the turnip, and then go for either an up smash or an up air on the other side. There's also some clever things I think I've seen Practical Task do with Peach Bomber, side B, against Jigglypuff in order to get a punish.
Yeah. Once again, getting around Puff when you're so much slower in the air is probably the most difficult part of this matchup.
And so Peach's, we mentioned this yesterday, Peach's float speed is identical to her dash speed. So she is not at a speed deficit both in the ground and on the air, as long as Puff stays in the air. So Jigglypuff can really go into fighter pilot mode.
Yeah.
And do perfectly fine. This is exactly how Jigglypuff wants to play innately, whereas Peach has to change up her typical play style a lot.
Yeah, and you see that once Peach is in the air, especially off stage, this match gets really hard.
Yep.
Alright, dash dancing. Alright, catch someone fair, and that's going to do it, but 107%. Cannot afford to trade. He's got to put on 2%. Unfortunately, it looks like he's in danger of losing the stock. And nope, with the eye.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would do. Float all the way back on the stage. That way, even if they hit you back off, it'll still be okay.
He messed up a float cancel there at a shield, it looked like.
Yep, you might have noticed the umbrella there had no lag upon landing. So the way the umbrella works is if the umbrella is closed and you press down to fast fall, then you won't have lag upon landing. But if it is up, you have to spend time putting it away because you can't just leave your umbrella on the ground and there's landing lag. Yep.
I've seen a couple times where Envy has kind of tested the DI of Kevo with his falling up airs, his up tilts. He wants to set up for an easy up tilt or up air to rest, but Kevo's done a good job of DIing for the rest. But
he gets the drill up smash.
And all these other encounters they've had, these other clashes, these exchanges, he's been losing the DI battle. Get back. All right, had edge guard opportunity, drops it. Reached a little bit for that up air. Now he's in edge guard situation again. Oh, he actually could have killed, I think, with that down air, but he was out of float. Not again.
It's a neat trade.
Yeah, it was Dragon Ball Z moment, as we all know.
Not a great trade, but it was a neat one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. 45 damage in one combo is really big from Peach, yeah. The one advantage Peach does have in this matchup is the pure percentage at which either of them could die, excluding rest. The average percent is probably quite a bit lower for Jigglypuff than it is for Peach, maybe by 20 or 30%.
Yes.
That can add up.
I still feel like Envy, Kevo has not quite adapted to what Envy is doing, and it's of course it's really difficult. This isn't exactly a common matchup for either character really, but it seems like a natural advantage for Puff.
Yeah.
Unless you really know the matchup.
Yeah, Kevo is starting to change up his game plan a little bit. He's executing those dash dances and then going for a shield. He's going to try a... Okay. Works out anyway. He was going to try to hit him into the turnip and then up air.
He's at high enough percent.
Yeah, we've been seeing Kevo trying to dash dance on the ground and then put up a shield, and he's been trying multiple times to try to catch Envy as he jumps and takes off into the air once again.
You can see the frustration a little bit. He's trying his hardest to get down, but just can't escape. This pink balloon all over him, and that's going to be the set.
Okay, I believe that was the... I don't know exactly what seeds they were. Okay, those were the second seed, and okay, Kevo not seeded in this pool. That's an impressive display for him in that case, because I know Envy is seeded second in his pool.
Yeah, it looked like he was asking for a little bit of advice, which is always a good thing. I like to see that. If you don't entirely understand how a matchup works, or how you lost, or what you were doing wrong, you felt like you were being read over and over again, ask your opponent. 9 times out of 10, they will tell you exactly what they saw.
Yeah.
Because if you're being exploited, obviously it's because they see a weakness in your game plan or your strategy,
right?
And there's a hole somewhere. So one of the best things you can do, especially if you're an up-and-coming player or just starting out, is ask a lot of questions. And hopefully, eventually, as you repeat the process of playing and then gathering information, adjusting your gameplay accordingly, and the goal, even for the very best players in the world, is to eventually fully optimize your character and your playstyle to the point where you have